So I'm just gonna kind of answer any questions you guys have, and just recap the whole premiere. I guess my trip. So I drove down first, went to Louisville Skate Park, which is I think the largest skate park in Kentucky, and that was pretty awesome. Yeah, the park was huge. You couldn't see all the park from sitting in one place, so that was pretty insane. You had to like ride around and see all the different areas. How's it going, Ohio Skater? I got to see Ohio Skater at the premiere as well. That was pretty awesome. I was there, totally forgot you went. Yeah, I don't know if I saw you, Jake. I probably saw you, I just didn't do it live in middle night. LOL. Right now it's 12:38 where I'm at, so not the middle of the night for me, but maybe for you. But yeah, so I went to Louisville Skate Park first, and it was really awesome. I skated terribly. I filmed one video there just to kind of show around. And I used like the GoPro, but I had like whatever 8 hours of car legs to deal with. It was, I guess there used to be like a big vert ramp there, and it was gone. So I thought it was still there from the pictures online. There's like a lot of bowls and a big like full pipe, and then there's like a newly added street section, which is pretty sick. I jumped a 4-stair, and that's like the biggest thing I ollied. Here you go. Yeah, be safe. Thank you, man. Yeah, half pipe is gnarly. Yeah, the one at Ollie's is huge, but the Louisville skate park didn't have it. The street section is still pretty new. I jumped on the 4-stair, which was like the big. It took me a while because I'm scared to jump down stuff, but I got to like ollied over like a block and did some tricks over it. Got a decent line. It was fun. I got to meet some guys there that have been skating since like the 80s. So they were telling me about all the different parks in the area and like how certain ramps have moved from different places. So that was cool. Then I drove, stopped at my hotel for a bit, went to Ollie's skate park. Yeah, and they opened at 3, and then the event didn't start till like 7, so I had some time. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just want to say now for people watching this live, I don't know how my connection's going to be just because I'm driving through Indiana right now, or Illinois. I think I'm in Illinois now. But yeah, first thing you walk in, and I was going to pay for my ticket and see Jordan Hunter, which is awesome, and see the spot where he films his handboarding videos, so that's pretty crazy. Pay for my stuff, go in, and there's maybe like 10 people there. A lot of them were sitting down because it was a warm day, and they're like sitting next to the fans and stuff. So I skated around a bit, did some intro stuff with my main camera, did some tricks for that, put on my GoPro and skated for a while. And as we're going, I'm seeing people walk in. Here's the weirdest thing, I can't describe it. When you see people on a fisheye, they look different than what they do in real life. It's just it's just like their body shape is different. So I got to see Brian Ames and Craig and Alex walked in first, and they're getting stuff set up for the premiere for the video section of the event. So seeing them walk past is kind of surreal. And like every time they walk anywhere, little kids are going and saying hi to them or whatever. So I just stayed back. But yeah, and then I saw Casey Beckler came in, and then Chris Perez, who's like Chris McNugget. Used to be, I think he's Chris Perez now on his YouTube channel. But they came in, and so I started talking to Chris. I didn't talk to Casey because I should have, but I didn't yet. 360 shoved out. I didn't film that. Someone else was filming with him. But later on, he did that nose manual across everything, and I got to film him doing that. That was pretty insane. And there's a mini ramp. Okay, I've been to a couple indoor skate parks around the United States, and this one, the wood was like the roughest kind of wood, which is good for an indoor skate park. Because usually parks will put like a skate light or something, and that is super slick. So this, the wood wasn't as high of quality, but that made it a little more rough texture. So even though it was slippery, just because it's an indoor skate park, it's going to be slippery because of dust and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't as bad, so that was nice. The concrete though was super slick, so it would kind of catch you when you get to the bottom of a ramp. You just like pivot out. If you're going straight, you kind of go slide sideways. It just took some getting used to and how you distribute your weight. But then it's impressive to see you skate real person. You're good for real. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I wanted to film with a lot of the guys, but I ended up not. I skated and filmed for myself. I don't think anyone filmed me, just because, like, once everyone started rolling in, the amount of people skating around each YouTuber was insane. There's constantly like 6 or 7 people, just constantly. So one person would leave, the next person would come up and ask them to sign something, take a picture, talk with them. One person brought a handboard and played a game of skate with Sam Tabor. I filmed a little bit of it. That was pretty cool. And then another person brought fingerboards to give to Andy, and he was doing tricks for him. But yeah, so we still had a couple hours to go. Some of the other guys that aren't like on the team were skating around the park. Steez was there. And yeah, so skating around a bit. The mini ramp is kind of rougher wood, so it was weird. It's kind of bumpy, I thought. But I got some decent tricks on it. It took me a bit, but I got a Casper flip. I was trying for a 50 axle stall, and I went like Casper flip back disaster. So I had like a 180 in it, and then I went back in, which I think the coping there is how it should be on ramps. Like the ramps that I go locally in Kansas City, if you do like a back disaster, your back truck always catches the way that I do them, because I'm not good at it. So that was kind of frustrating when I do locally, but this park I could just like hit it and just keep going, and it was smooth. And then they have a little like street plaza section of all skate park, aside from all the big giant ramps, which is where most of the skaters stayed. And I got some like 5.0 front boards and a back 5.0 on this like out ledge, I guess. It wasn't super high or anything. I was on top of like a manual pad, so it was like 8 inches. And then you jump up to like a taller, maybe like 1.5 feet ledge. So that was pretty sick. But yeah, and then oh geez, the half pipe. So I was way overconfident at that because I've seen people skate them, and so I got to the bottom and just pumped back and forth. I was like, maybe if I do this a couple of times, I'll drop in and skate it like that, and if that'd be really cool to get to the other side and just like get to the other side. Yeah, the Casper flip that you saw me do, I think that was the one which I was trying to do for a stall, but I just took it however it landed, and it was cool because I think they call him Quiz. I don't know his real name, but I always see him and Jason Park together. He was like, that was really sick, man. I was like, thank you. He's like, I'll do that to nose blunt. That would be insane. I can't even nose blunt in the first place. But no, that the half pipe, so I'm pump up and down it, and you get to like the straight vertical part, and I swear it feels like you're going like this, like you're upside down. And so I bailed and I'm like trying to run out of it, but you're like, as you're running down, usually like run a little bit and you're suddenly flat and you're just trying to slow down your speed. But I'm running and I'm still going downwards, so my feet are like, I'm hitting the ground later than I thought. I'm so glad I didn't hyperextend my knee, because I've done that a couple times. You try to step for something and it's still farther down, so your leg straightens out all the way, and if you straighten out too much, your knee bends that direction, which is no good. So I'm glad I didn't do that, but I crashed pretty hard. Every time you land, it's just like I land straight to flat because I'm trying to just like collapse. Oh man, I did that like twice and I was done. But I climbed up to the side of it and I got like my long lens, 75 to 300 millimeter lens, and I was just filming people from up there, so that was pretty sick. Yeah, and then then the event started actually happening, and so Andy's whatever in the back room with a microphone, and he's just saying random stuff like Ty Moss has lost his fidget spinner, and saying stuff just to make people laugh. So then they all come out, which is really awesome. I'm getting to meet some people and shake hands and say what's up. And then they start doing the premiere, and since I was filming from the top of the half pipe, I wanted to go back down onto the floor to watch the video, but by the time I get back there, there's already like whatever 100 people, or how many people there were, 75, all crowded around where the projector screen is, and so I didn't want to be in the way. So I ended up like climbing halfway up the half pipe on like the 2x4 framing. So I'm sitting on a 2x4 about like 8 feet up from the ground. Yeah, and then so there's people walking like underneath me, trying to lift my feet up so I don't kick them in the head. And it was super uncomfortable, but I could see the video, which was awesome. Got to see all the parts. It was sick. I want to say, I think, in my opinion, that Sam Vestal probably had the best part. He was the opening part. It's insane. That dude kills it, and he's so young still. I think he's going to be definitely the best. If he sticks with it and he stays healthy, I think he's going to be the best on the Revive team in a couple of years, if not now. Everyone's parts are pretty awesome. Everyone has a unique style, and something that is just for them. I don't want to start naming parts because I don't want to forget anybody, but everyone did really good. And then, of course, at the end, they showed John Hill's part, and predicted Wednesday best, and they announced him pro, and they did. Which I think that was kind of expected just because of how good he is, and they've kind of not said anything about it, which they didn't say, no, we're not turning him pro, or not yet. They didn't say anything, which means they're going to do it soon. So that was cool, and everyone's turning the cameras on him, and everyone's cheering like crazy. They show his pro model board, which is super sick. I like that design. If I was going to buy any Revive board, it'd probably be that one. I'm not the biggest fan of John Hill, to be completely honest. He just, well, his videos, his skating, he's awesome. His videos are just kind of too hyper for me. I guess he's just like too excited. So, yeah, I watch some of his videos, and then some of it he's just trying to, I don't know, trying to stay with the trends, and that's not really my thing. I find that a little bit annoying, but super cool. And his style of skateboard is just like my favorite kind of style. It's simplistic, no, nothing like crazy going on, and it's just really good colors, very vibrant. Yeah, so that was awesome. And then they said, okay, we're gonna do product toss. And so I go up back onto my side of the mini ramp because you have to climb up the side. So there was the stairs were the other side of the, I keep saying mini ramp, the half pipe. They do product toss. All the kids are in the half pipe. They're all throwing stuff down. Brett Novak had like a used gift card that had like nothing on it. Give it to Andy. Andy's gonna throw it across the crowd. And he throws it and it lands on the other side of the half pipe. So everyone looks over to me because I'm the only one over there filming. I don't really know what to do, so I grab it and I throw it back down to the kids, but they've all turned around back to the group, so I hope I didn't hit anyone in the head, because they were throwing down boards and shirts and stickers and so much different stuff. So that was really cool. And then they go to like the, I guess, I didn't even know it was a big drop. It's just like a ramp, but there's literally like from the end of the ramp to like where you can stand.
Take exit 23-4 Illinois 4 toward Mascoutah, Lebanon.
There's my directions. There's like 2 or 10 feet you have of run up until you get to the end of this ramp, and Carlos Lastra did like an acid drop over Andy onto the flat. It was insane. I got to film that, and then they did some other stuff off the side. That was pretty insane. Carlos Lastra, I filmed him a lot earlier as well, and he was doing like a tray flip to flat on this huge like bump to gap, I guess. So that was sick. But Carlos Lastra ended up trying to pop shove it down the giant gap like sideways, so he had more of a runway, and he smacked his head, so he was done for the night really. And then Jordan Hunter did kind of the same thing, trying a frontside flip. He didn't hit his head as hard, I don't think, but he was definitely done for the night as well. I think he broke his board too. I don't know, it sounded like it to me. But yeah, that was super awesome. And then everyone kind of split up and was doing more signing and meeting people and everybody. So I just kind of stood back and let everyone, the big crowds, and as it started to die down to where it was more like 5 or 6 people, I started going up to see people. whenever I saw Steve, Black Ninja, just because I watch his Twitch and stuff. So I got to meet him. That was really awesome. And talk with him.
In the half
So that
mile,
was cool.
take exit 23 for Illinois 4 toward
Sorry.
Mascouda, Lebanon.
Oh, I can mute this. Yeah, I'll mute that. Yeah, so got to meet him. That was cool. And oh man, go and talk to Sam. And before I say anything, he's like, "Oh, Chandler, how's it going?" I was like, "Whoa!" And I didn't even know that he knew me. I've talked to him a little bit on his Twitch, and I know they kind of know my username because I comment on a lot of their stuff, and they respond every once in a while, so that's always sick. I didn't know that they knew my face, so that was crazy. So I talked to him, and he recognized me. I talked to Casey, and Ninja recognized me because he follows my YouTube, and then Chris follows my YouTube as well. And then talking to Casey, I'm like, "Hey man, how's it going?" He goes, "Oh cool, how are you?" He's like, "What's your name?" I'm like, "Chandler." He goes, "Oh, you're Chandler? Oh dude, that's awesome." So that was like a very crazy thing to hear. Yeah, it's like you watch these people that have hundreds of thousands of people watching them, and you finally get to meet them in person, and then they recognize you. So that was, I didn't expect that. I was nervous to go talk to them because I was like, I don't want to be like a fanboy. I was, okay, a short side story. Go see Brett Novak, and I'm like, "Dude, my name is Chandler. So nice to meet you. You're my favorite videographer ever. I really enjoy your stuff." Because I have this kind of running gag on my channel. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but whenever people usually say, "If I can do this, then you have to subscribe," I always say, "If I can do this, you have to subscribe to Brett Novak because he's the best videographer ever." And I never do the trick, so you guys never have to. But once I do, you have to subscribe to Brett Novak. So I got to meet him. I fanned out. He's like, no, man, you're my favorite videographer. I just don't know yet. And I was like, no, you're the best. So yeah, Brett Novak is amazing. I was, awestruck watching him. And he was doing like some freestyle stuff for some other guys. And so I kind of jumped in and did like one trick. He's like, "Dude, you're going to slip out," because the concrete is super slippery. But I landed it. He's like, "That was awesome." So that was cool. So I got to talk to these guys, talk to Doug. Doug was injured and sick, and a lot of the guys that were just fine were not skating because they had skated all day. But Doug was a trooper and skated pretty hard, actually. And so filming with Doug, and I'm gonna send him some of the clips. So that was cool, and it was nice because some of the guys, it wasn't nice. It kind of like I felt justified because Casey, Andy, Doug, and Steve all asked like, "Hey," or I think Chris did too, like, "Hey, how far do you have to drive to get here?" So it was kind of cool. And like, "Oh man, thank you for driving so far." So that was sick. I really appreciate everyone. I just want to say everyone that I talked to was super nice. I am a very introverted person, so like the idea of just going and talking to someone you've been watching for 5+ years and kind of idolizing in your head, and then being so down to earth and taking the time to talk to you and just giving them your full attention, that was super awesome. Because they didn't have to do that. I'm behind a tractor right now. This is great. They didn't have to do that. So it was super, super cool to go see everybody. I'm gonna go around this tractor. And video was awesome. It was just a great time. And I was, let me see through. I also recognize you. I could see you being a part of your vibe. I think it'd be a fit. That would be sick. I've idealized, obviously, in my head, if they asked me to be part of the team, if I would say yes or no. I would probably say no, because right now I ride for Sanctus Skateboards, and it's a Christian skateboard company, and I really feel like it's my calling as a Christian to try to spread the gospel with all my actions on my YouTube, the things that I do. And part of that gospel, message that I'm trying to spread is my YouTube channel and my skateboarding. So I ride for a Christian skate company, and I ride for a Christian Christian clothing company. So I would say no, but I would definitely do videos with them. And I'm definitely not good enough to be part of Force Wheels, But if they asked me to be for that, then yes, I would definitely be a part of their team. But I just don't want to turn down the company that's already accepted me for as small as the channel as I am. But if they ever, I was trying to talk to them. I emailed Brian and asked if I could come to the shred quarters and film videos with them, and they said no, it's a private park. So maybe if I get to know the guys more, maybe someday I'll get to. I'm gonna fly next time, because this is a rough drive. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it'd be great to go film videos with them. If they ever come to Kansas City, I've told multiple guys, like, hey, if you need a place to stay, if you're ever in Kansas City, I got you. That'd be so sick. But yeah, I definitely want to work with them. And it was cool because Ninja, as I go up to talk to him, he break tests his camera, like was pointing to me, telling everyone that I had a YouTube channel, so that was sick. And then Chris Perez took the time to stand over next to me and like kind of give a little spiel on my channel and like talk and hype that up. So that was really sick. I hope that it was worth the drive to get to meet all these guys and that kind of thing. But yeah, that was the event. And yeah, Ohio Skater, who's like giving me all these comments, thank you, man. Yeah, it's really cool to meet you guys. That was super fun. And it was cool to meet someone else that's like not a giant YouTuber. So we can just like talk and not have to worry about people coming up to us. I don't know. I did get to sign one skateboard. A kid saw that I was filming Doug a lot and talking to Doug back and forth just because I've talked to him a lot online. So I'm kind of cool. I'm really cool with Doug and a little bit with Casey and slightly Sam. I just haven't talked to him. I got to meet JP too. JP's an awesome guy. If you guys don't watch his YouTube channel or his Twitch streams, check out JP Kubert. He does some amazing stuff. But yeah, so I think a little kid saw me filming with Doug and saw that I had a camera. I was like, "What's your YouTube channel? Sign my board." And so I got to sign the board. That was insane. I've never done an autograph before, so I just signed it Skater Chan. Because if I signed it Chandler, no one's gonna know what that is. So yeah, in the most like legible writing I could, so they could go and find my channel, or down Skater Chan. That was a really cool feeling. And I gave some stickers to kids who recognized me. And I just, as they were doing the product toss at the very end of it, I threw like 20 of my stickers out just because kids were wanting stickers. I didn't want to take away from the like limelight of the Revive Skateboards company.